Welcome back to another episode of the Creators Connect series. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. It really does mean everything to me. If you're new here, please do consider subscribing if you like this video. In today's episode, we're joined by a photographer by the name of Munashe, who is a Zimbabwean photographer based in China. The dude is absolutely amazing. Let me show you why. The gentleman is the mastermind behind every single photo you just saw. Now, if you want to see more, please do check out his page. I've linked it in the description below. In today's episode, we talk about his experiences being a photographer in a foreign country. We also talk about what keeps Munashe motivated and interested in his work on a daily basis. I do encourage you to stick around right through the end of the video because we play a really cool game of Would You Rather. Let's get it.
Otherwise, camera ready, I should be good.
Wait, sweet. Let's jump into just before we start. You're studying in China, right?
No problem. Yes, I'm studying in China. I'm in Jiangsu province, Zhenjiang city.
Yeah, so I've got a question related to that later. So I just wanted to confirm you're studying there and not staying there and actually working full time.
Okay.
Yeah.
No
So my camera only will record like about 20 minutes per session.
Yeah. It's
so
the same as mine.
exactly.
As well.
So
Yeah.
if it stops recording, I'll just let you know and then I'll just kick start it again. But otherwise, we can
That's
jump
fine,
in.
that's
So
fine.
first and foremost, thank you again for joining
No problem,
me
bro.
and being a part
It's
of
a
this.
pleasure to be
It's really dope. I've been following your work for a while. Uber
Thanks a lot.
talented, talented dude.
Not really, man. You're flattering me. Now.
Come on, dude. Your work is amazing. I see. And I think for me, I'm skeptical about using external light. So I've seen the work you do with external light.
Oh yeah.
It's like a breeze
I
with
don't
you,
know.
dog. What the heck?
I only started recently. I'm telling you. I don't even have the advanced lighting. I only use speed lights, and it's good enough for me right now.
I mean, it's all you need for now, right? And you learn as you kind of learn as you
I don't need anything
go.
complicated.
You kind of learn as you
learn
go.
as you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
That's true.
being a Zimbabwean photographer in a foreign country, the first question would be, how have you found, has there been any struggles being a photographer in a foreign country? And what are those struggles
China,
and how have you dealt with them?
Okay. In China, I would say, I always feel like my life in China is way easier than it would be back home.
Really?
So for me, for me as a photographer here, like literally 1 month into my photography journey, I got my first gig shooting at a club. So I got like so many opportunities so fast. Like back home, I definitely wouldn't have had those opportunities. Like a paid gig in 1 month, and I don't even really know how to use a speed light indoors and none of that. It's really crazy. Yeah.
So
I've had great opportunities here.
What do you think is the difference between the creative community in China and the creative community in Zim? And why do you think there's that discrepancy where it's so much more comfortable in a foreign country than in your own home country?
So I think in China, the thing is, when I started, there were very few of us. So I had lots of free space to experiment and to do my own thing without too much pressure from a lot of other creators.
Yeah.
I feel like back home, the market is very saturated.
It is.
You'd feel lots of pressure from other people, and you wouldn't be able to reach your full potential or something like that back home. And also bookings would be very, very low and things like that. Like in China, as I said, lots of opportunities.
There's lots of opportunity.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much fortunate, dude. I mean, that's super quiet. I had no idea about the state of the creative community in China, which is super dope. That's super
slowly
cool.
but surely it's picking up. Like let's say from the beginning of the year, we had a few more photographers join the community, and it's good to link up with them and as they ask us questions, since we've only been shooting for like a year more than them, they ask us questions and we help them out, and it's a nice little community. So it's very comfortable.
That's dope. You're actually mentioning that you've been shooting for a little bit over a year. I see that your first post on your Instagram is from like July 2019. Yeah. So did you shoot before that or
before that?
Did you shoot before that?
I started shooting in December 2018. That's when I got my first camera. It was a Nikon D3200. So I shot with that one from December 2018 to about midway 2019. Then I switched to the D3300 and all that until about 1 week ago. So yeah, I shot before that, but the work before the July 2019, I'm not proud of that. So you won't see that on my Instagram anytime.
Was it ever on your
You
Instagram?
won't see that. Yeah, it was, but it's in my archives, and it's never gonna come out of there. Never ever.
That is
Trust
so
me.
funny. That is so funny. I think that
Be
leads
like that.
that leads to my next question, which would be, why
Yeah.
do you share your work on the World Wide Web? Why do you post your work?
Posted. I think this is a good question. Like, I watched a YouTube video recently that were about the light that we post these things, we share our content on social media for gratification. Personally, I like it when people can connect with my work and say, wow man, these photos are so good. I like it, it's so sharp. This is art, bro. I really like it when I get like gratification from people. And it really makes me feel good.
100%.
Yeah, it really makes me feel good. Yeah, and also it's just a different way to express myself, because prior to this, I never thought I was really a creative person. So when I got the chance to find something I can actually be creative in, I saw it as an opportunity to express myself in different ways, and yeah, I've never looked back.
100%. That's dope. It's a very interesting question. There's just so many reasons out there for why people
There's so many reasons.
post their work, right? And it's like very interesting to hear the different perspectives of people and maybe pick cherries from that.
Oh yes.
When I started shooting, when I got off and started shooting, I heard a lot of people tell me, shoot for free, shoot for free as much as you can, shoot for free, shoot for free, shoot for free.
That's true.
What are your thoughts
on?
What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that you should shoot for free, and for how long, and when do you start charging? Like, what are your thoughts on that process?
I would. Well, when you're starting off, I would absolutely like advise you to shoot for free.
Yeah.
As I said, for me to get my first ever gig, I went to, it was actually a Ghana independence party. So I talked to the organizer, I was like, I would like to shoot your event for free. Let me just take a few photos for you, and if you like them, maybe we can work together in the future.
Yeah.
So I went out there and shot my first free gig, and the photos were pretty decent. And then other organizers actually were like, oh, those are really nice photos. How much do you charge?
Oof.
And they didn't know that I'm actually shooting for free.
For
and
free.
I'm like, oh, okay, so now I can start charging. And I was like, okay, I charge so and so and so, and they're like, okay, that's not bad. And that's just how I got into it. So I think you can't just start off by like charging people. You have to like slowly ease into it. And,
yes.
Like,
Get your work out there. And I think for me, like, definitely a lot of my work that I got was off word of mouth. So I did a bunch of like free work, and then from there people were just like, yo dude, I saw your pictures on so and so's.
Really
exactly good. And that's just like how you roll with it. So I firmly believe in doing work for free, but there's a thin line between doing work for free and then letting people take advantage of you, you know.
That's exactly
where you need to be like, okay.
I had.
For me, I did it for so long, and just people were just so used to it a long time until someone was like, bro, you need to stop doing this and start charging.
You need to stop,
exactly. So I think
my friends always used to tell me that I'm too soft with my business. Like, I need to be. I think I was in the same position as you. I'll just be pushed over by clients and sending them more photos than I have to, over editing, over exerting myself. Like, and then I realized, I'm trying too hard.
And I think for me, I just realized that the work done for a paid gig is you put way more effort into it, and you're so much more focused into it because there's a price tag on it. The free stuff is just like lax, bro. Just like, okay, it is.
That's cool.
It is what it is. It's whatever. So
the paid gigs are so hard, bro. Like for, let's say, after I'm done editing a club shoot, I literally get shakes, bro. Cause like in China we use WeChat, so we send like the club photos to a WeChat group, and then everyone in that group gets to see the photos and they react.
You react,
like, man, I literally have shakes. Like I'm posting and I'm like,
pressure's here, right? But I think that's good. I think that's the kind of pressure a creative person needs. Really push you to your limits and just like make sure you deliver the utmost quality work.
The best quality you can.
I think from all the work you've done, all the gigs you've ever done, which one was your favorite? Which was the first one that comes to mind, and why?
New Year's Eve, 2019. Wow, man.
That was quick. It's right in your head, huh?
Bro, it's right there, man. Like I shot those. Like the club had the most beautiful lighting. Like it was a club that had closed down about 3 or 4 months prior, and then it opened up for New Year's Eve. and the organizer is like my close friend, so he was like, yo, please come shoot this for me. And I was like, it's gonna be a pleasure. And oh man, the lighting was so perfect. I even took a video there, and everything was just so good. It was so hype. I really loved it. That's like my favorite gig.
Those are on your Instagram, and I think I've seen them. I think I remember them from that time.
Yeah. I actually put them in what's it called? The archives. I think. Yeah, it's in my story. Yeah, on my story.
Oh, lovely,
really
man.
Good. I love those photos. Yeah.
Okay, so you're studying in China. What are you studying, and is photography going to be a main part of your life still after graduation, or photography is just a now thing?
Okay.
Where does photography fit in your career?
Okay, I'm studying pharmacy. I'm in my 3rd year now, so I'll be graduating next year. But right now, the place the world is in, so we're uncertain of the future.
Yes,
but yeah,
true.
I'm supposed to be graduating next year essentially, and I've always seen photography as a hobby. Like many people actually ask me, bro, what's next for you with your photography? Are you gonna take it far? And I'm like, for now, I'm just living in the moment, and I'm just seeing it as a hobby. But I've been slowly finding myself investing in more gear, getting higher quality, cameras, and I'm like, wow, there's no way I can just drop all this.
You can't, right?
I can't do that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's going to be a part of me all the time. It will definitely always be a side hustle. But for me to make it a main thing, I don't think I can do that. I think it will always be a side hustle though, and always a hobby for me. Always.
That's fair, and I mean, it definitely does something to the soul. I mean, holding a photographer
really
in
does.
hand,
It's
being
just
out there and shooting.
Yeah.
It's just another. It's just
amazing.
a very clean and pure way.
Feeling,
It's a clean and pure way of relaxing and detoxing, and just like
and expressing yourself.
Expressing yourself, exactly. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that about photography.
That's true.
Through your creative journey, since 2018 or even before that, what's the best advice you've ever been given?
The best advice. I watch lots of YouTube videos. I'm inspired by lots of creators on YouTube, and the best advice I ever received was Okay. It's like 4 tips. I got 4 tips from a videographer called Ryan M. Cow.
Okay.
The first tip was stop comparing yourselves to others.
Deep.
So as a creative, you should view other people's content as a consumer and not as a creative. Because you end up comparing yourself to people too much, and then it becomes toxic to you, and you're like, why am I not as good as this person? My photos are so bad. He has the best gear. I can't take photos like him because I just can't afford it. You just end up making so many excuses, and you just put yourself in a hole for no reason. So you should just view other people's content as a consumer and just appreciate the work people put out.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. That's one tip. The second tip was always jot your things down. Always plan your workout. So I know it's always good to go out and shoot for fun. That's actually his 4th tip, that you should always go out and shoot for fun. You should always go and shoot out for fun. But the second tip was always jot your work down. So let's say you want to do a very serious concept. You should jot everything down from, okay, I want maybe my makeup to be like this, and then the lighting, I'll just use natural light, jot everything down to make sure, you're ready on the day of the shoot. And you should also go onto Pinterest and see some poses and see what will appeal to you and what will work with your concept. So planning has become a big part of my life when I'm planning my photo shoots. Yeah. And the third tip was I can't remember the third tip.
Where's it at?
It was okay, wait, I can get this. Third tip
no pressure, dog. No pressure. No pressure. It's fine. It'll come to head. It'll come to mind. It'll come to mind. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but the 4th one is just go out and shoot for fun. Don't take it too seriously all the time. Just go out and shoot for fun. Shoot street photography when you're in a bus. Just shoot people in a bus. All of that.
Express yourself.
Have fun with it as well. Yeah. It's not always a serious thing.
Bro, this man's going all out. I asked for 1 piece of advice. He gave me 4. I mean, what more can you ask for? He's going way out. I mean, okay, so what do you do to keep yourself motivated and interested in your work? Is there any sort of cultural thing you've built up or ritual thing you've built up to stay motivated to go out and shoot? I know for me, it's a lot of YouTube and Pinterest. I'm just looking at the work that other people have done.
On the same
I'm
page
like,
as
okay,
me,
dang, I need to go try that out.
Exactly.
I need to go try that out. So I'm drawing a lot of inspiration from other creators. How are you doing? How are you keeping on top of it?
Yeah, we're literally on the same page.
Yeah.
As I said, I'm on YouTube for 5 hours a day. I'm always on YouTube. I watch creators like Prince Mason. I watch Joey Dutch. I watch Julia Trotti. Irene Rudnick, like all of these
The whole
photographers,
crew,
they
man.
all inspire. Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
whole
They
crew,
all
man.
inspire me, right? They all inspire me in different ways. Even if it's beauty photography, others do like natural, dreamy light photography. Like it's all different people, but it all inspires me to find the type of photography that I really want to enjoy and what I really want to shoot.
Yeah.
And then I also go onto Pinterest. Like I think on Pinterest these days I've also been spending at least like 30 minutes.
Dude,
to an
it's
hour.
crazy,
And I find,
dog.
like, yeah,
It's insane.
Don't even get me started.
You're just there, and it's the next pin, and it's the next pin. It's insane.
The idea is
bro.
there. I even had to make my own boards for like different shoots, and I don't even know how to call the boards because the concepts are just so different.
It's
like,
so vast,
it's
bro.
insane. It's insane.
Your mind
yeah.
is just there,
But
like
it's amazing.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's amazing. So I just try to remix what I see and not like try to copy it exactly. But it's amazing. Pinterest is amazing. And then also, of course, it's the usual Instagram and Twitter, but it's usually mainly Pinterest and
Yeah,
YouTube for all my
Pinterest and
inspiration.
YouTube as well for
Yeah.
me. Definitely, definitely.
Those are my go-tos every day. Yeah.
And they really do boost my creativity, and they really help me
Oh, they do. They do.
get a floor plan. I think before every shoot, even I'm on Pinterest. I'm like to the person
Yeah.
who's hired me, what are you looking for in a shoot? And they tell me, and then I go on Pinterest and I'm there,
yeah.
and I'm like pinning 10 to 15, 20,
Be getting ideas.
getting
Yeah.
ideas that way. So
Yeah.
it's actually one of my
It's-
biggest
it's-
tools.
It's amazing. It really is. It really is.
Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned
And
that.
I also, yeah.
No, you can continue. You also.
I was gonna say I also like it when like the client or when the model also comes with other ideas. So it's not just
Yes.
my ideas from Pinterest and all that I'm
Yes.
working with. When they can also come with ideas, it's just amazing and it makes the process so much easier.
I think it's.
Yeah.
I find it very difficult and straining when I ask, "What are you looking for?" and they're like, "I don't know. You're the
Yeah,
photographer."
I
I'm
don't
like,
know.
What?
Oh my word.
What?
You're making my life so difficult.
I'm like,
right?
look for anything, even on the internet,
Right.
just a picture you like,
Just- right?
and I can work with that. You know, I'm like, I don't
Yeah,
know. You're the
that's true.
photographer.
Give
I'm
us-
like,
give us
no,
an
you-
idea.
It's
Yeah.
like, give me something to start off with. You know, and we
Right,
can
give
build
us
it
an
from
idea.
there. So you mentioned that.
Yeah.
You removed some of your work from Instagram and it's in the archives.
Yeah.
And we're probably never going to
Yeah.
see it again. My question would be,
Yep.
did people instantly accept your work when you started posting it? Or it took a lot of work and time for people to actually start recognizing you?
Somehow, for me, when I started off, I had the help of two friends, and they really helped me. They really helped me to accelerate my work. Like
Yeah.
it got pushed out so fast. So even though I was kind of producing some type of junk at the time, people were like, "Oh, okay, this guy is trying.
He's onto
trying." And
something.
then slowly but surely, they started accepting it more and more. And yeah, like when I started off, I didn't get like very low amounts of likes. Like they were pretty decent, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting decent engagement already. So I've never actually been at a very low point when it comes to like engagement with my content somehow. Like maybe when it just comes to comments, maybe that, but otherwise people have been engaging pretty fast with my content. So yeah, my friends really helped me to start off fast. So it's always good as a creative to have like people around you, people that support you, because you can't go it alone. You really can't.
True.
You might think you really can't go it alone.
I mean, you just mentioned that you can't go it alone. What are your thoughts on collaborations? And I know I've had interviews with a bunch of Zimbabwean photographers in Zimbabwe, and I think their biggest cry is that we're not supporting each other enough in the creative community. What are your thoughts on community and collaborations within the creative community?
Yeah, I would say I actually only started thinking about collaborating with people starting this year. Last year I was really kind of solo when I did my things. I didn't use much makeup artists. I didn't like work with like my friends for maybe ideas and things like that. So I really think collaborating is very important. Like you'll be helping each other. You'll be lifting each other. You help yourself by lifting. What's it called? What's that called?
You help yourself.
You lift something.
You help yourself by
lifting others
up or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So it's really good. It's really good to collaborate with people. Like even over the internet, if you're just editing each other's pictures and then putting it on your stories and all that, it's really cool. Collaborating with other creators is really helpful for yourself.
Okay, my camera's about to switch off. Let me.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay, so I think I've asked all the questions that I needed to ask today, which is super cool. I've gotten so much information from you, and I hope that people can learn a lot from what we've learned from you. And I always love to end these things on a lighter note. So I play little games at the end.
Sure,
So we're
sure.
gonna play Would You Rather. That's what we're gonna play.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna ask, would you rather do this or do that? And then you can think about it and then you choose. So I think the idea behind these games is to get to know the person a little bit more outside of just being a photographer or being a musician, to see how they think. I mean, we're all human in the end, right?
Yeah.
So okay, let's jump in. This is about 7 or 8 things. And just take your time. There's no pressure with it.
Okay.
Okay. So would you rather be always 20 minutes late, 20 minutes early, or 10 minutes late?
20 minutes early. I don't like late comers. I don't like being late.
Me too,
early.
bro. It drives me
Right.
nuts, man.
When clients are late, please.
Yo, dude. I think a good thing would be to charge
Yeah.
extra for every 30 minutes
It would.
that you're late.
It would. That's true.
I think just
Because-
for discipline reasons, man.
Yeah,
I think
because
everyone
time
should just be
wasting
early
is
'cause
time wasting is the
it's
worst.
not good for anyone. Yeah. Okay, would you rather have a real get out of jail free card or a key that opens any door?
A key that opens any door. There's a very low chance I'll go to jail. I'm a very chill person. I would never go to jail for any reason.
Okay.
Yeah, people that know me,
So-
people that know me know I'm a very well behaved person. So yeah. I'll just-
So a key that opens any door.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
sweet.
definitely.
Would you rather know the history to every object you touch or be able to talk to animals?
Ooh. The history to every object I touch. Yeah. Maybe it's because I'm in China and I never see animals a lot, but I think it's definitely the history to every object I touch. I think that's it.
Where would that come in handy? I mean, talking to animals would be pretty lit, dog.
Okay, that's okay. Can I change my
I'm
answer?
not trying to change.
my answer.
I'm not trying to change your answer, but I'm like, bruh.
History to every object. That's like a video game thing. History to every. Yeah, I think talking to animals is actually.
I mean, talking to animals would be pretty lit, right?
It's actually pretty dope. Yeah.
I'm not trying to change your answer.
Right.
I'm just
Now
like.
you changed my mind.
that
You
one-
changed my mind. It's too late.
It's too late. Okay.
It's too late.
Would you rather give up all drinks except water, or give up all oven cooked foods?
Ooh, all oven cooked foods.
So if it's cooked in the oven, you can't eat it. Or
Wow.
give up every drink that in existence except water.
I'd give up oven cooked food, man. Fried food is good enough. I can just fry my food all the time. I'm good.
We can fry it, there's no problem.
Right, I'm good.
No oven baked pizzas, none of that.
None of that. I actually only started using an oven this year. Like for the last
It's crazy,
year
right?
uni, I've never
It's just
used
been
an oven.
microwaved, dude.
Right?
I've just been microwaving
Right?
everything. Like,
You never
no one's
used
actually
an
using the oven. So that's
Yeah.
a good pick. That's a good
Yeah.
pick. I don't think water only would be a fun life.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just-
would you rather see 10 minutes into your future or see 10 minutes into everyone else's future except yourself?
Wow. If I see my future, that's I think, wow. I'll say 10 minutes into my future. I'll have to be selfish with this one.
You have to see 10 minutes into your future.
into my
Okay.
future.
Okay.
Yeah. I have to do the best
love-
for myself. I'm sorry. I love my family. I love my friends. I
I can't. You need to know what's coming for you.
Right? Yeah, I need to know that.
It's a tough one though.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll be living in anxiety, knowing like everyone else's future, but I don't know what's in for me. Oh, that's a trigger, bro. That's a trigger.
I can imagine the pressure, dude. The mental strain, bro. The
It's a
mental
lot.
strain, bro. Like,
It's a
dude,
lot.
it's too
Nah,
much.
you can't-
It's too
you can't
much.
live like that. Nah.
Okay. Would you rather have an easy job and work for someone, or have a hard job and work for yourself?
Easy job. I'd say hard job and work for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why?
I've had easy jobs like let's say those O break jobs and A break jobs.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Oof,
Yeah, those
rough
are
times,
easy jobs, but I mean
It's not fun.
It's not fun. It's not fun.
It's not
I'd rather
fun,
work.
dude, yeah.
But does the hard job, is it like something I'm passionate about, or is like something I don't care about?
Whether you're passionate about, whether you don't care
Yeah.
about it, but you're working for yourself.
And it's hard. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Working. For
That's the way to go, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's the mentality now. That is the
Yeah,
mentality
yeah.
now.
That's true.
Okay, would you rather have unlimited international first class tickets or never have to pay food in a restaurant?
What? Unlimited. Never have.
unlimited international first class tickets or never have to pay for any food in any restaurant in the world?
Wow. How do I answer that? I'm thinking too
Dude,
far.
it's rough, dude.
Because let's
Please
say,
express
even
your
if-
thoughts. Tell us what
even
you're
if I-
thinking.
Okay, even if I have the tickets, am I allowed in the country? Do I have like? There's a lot of questions now. I start to ask.
There's a lot of questions.
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions.
I'll play it
I mean,
safe.
all you have is just unlimited
Just the
first class
tickets.
tickets. About the visa and everything is a different
That's
story.
not sorted. That's
That's
not
not-
safe. It's not safe.
It's not
I'd rather eat in restaurants. Yeah, the restaurants one definitely.
That's a smart pick. That's
Yeah,
definitely a smart pick.
I'd need that
Okay.
get out of jail free card if I did that. I'm telling you. Because,
You'd need to switch the answer to that one.
I'd have to switch that answer because man.
That is so funny. That is so funny. Okay, would you rather see what is behind every closed door or be able to guess the combination on every safe in the world on your first try?
You said see through every door.
See what's behind any closed
Any
door
closed door.
or guess the combination of any safe on your first try.
I think see behind any door because I haven't
Really?
come across any safe.
No,
like
but
to get to the safe, you have to break through the bank.
Oh,
first,
that's
you have to,
smart.
like-
I didn't even think of that.
right?
dude.
You have to think about
Most
it.
safes are hidden. Most
Right?
safes are actually hidden.
Yeah, so you have a lot to go through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So by the
okay,
time you
okay,
can get
okay.
through to the safe, that means you don't even need that combination thingy.
So what you need is the power to see through any door, and then you know where
Yeah.
the safes are.
Exactly, something like that. Yeah. You need to think ahead,
didn't
my
e-
guy. Exactly.
I didn't actually, I didn't actually think of that, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the last one. It's
Yeah.
a difficult one. Would you rather travel the entire world in a year on a shoestring budget, or stay in one country and live in luxury? Travel the whole world on a shoestring budget, or live in one place in luxury.
Wow. I think I'd rather
Dude.
travel the world.
Yes, I would go for the
I think
same
I'll travel.
thing, dog.
I'll just go with my camera and I'll be okay.
If I've got my camera in hand, right?
Exactly,
Like,
exactly.
I think I'm traveling on a shoestring budget. Bro.
That's true.
If I've got a roof over my head and I'm
Right.
eating ice, I'm eating
Fine,
decent, and then
exactly.
dude, I'm fine. Dude. I'm traveling the world. Bro.
Right? Not to be stuck in one place with your riches.
Nah, not cool, not cool. That's not it. That's not what we're trying to do. 100%. That's it for today's interview.
No problem, bro. I really enjoyed
like I said,
Yeah.
it wasn't. I don't want to take too much of your time as well.
No problem. Bro.
So
No problem.
that's all the questions I had. Thank you so much for taking part once again.
Thanks for having
It's
me,
really
bro. I really liked
an
this.
honor and a pleasure. And like I
Same,
always
same.
say, I hope sometime in the future, God willing, we can be able to meet, work on some things together.
Definitely.
Maybe
One of these days.
that would be super dope. That would
You're
be
in
super
South
cool.
Africa, right?
I'm in South Africa. I'm in
Definitely.
Stellenbosch.
One day, bro.
Under-
One day.
one
definitely
day,
make
God
up,
willing.
I'm telling you.
It has to happen. It has to
It will.
happen.
It will happen. I believe so.
You can't come this side and stay in a hotel, bro.
Nah.
My
you
place
can't,
is
bro.
open. My
Nah,
place is open.
You're the plug, man. You're the
100%.
plug. You're the plug.
Thank you so
Thanks
much,
a lot,
bro.
man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Hey.
I'll talk to you. I'll chat to you later. Take care.
No
Stay
problem.
safe.
Same to you. Same to you, man.
Cheers.